Hello guys, today we are discuss about how to use the DC motor model in Unity application and how to design a specific controller in Unity application. In this study, we aimed to control the DC motor position and velocity value with the related reference angle and reference velocity value based on the PID controller design. But especially in the discrete form application, we should design a discrete PID controller in that position, okay? Because the Unity, the sampling program, which means that the sampling period is 0.02 and we need to create a model via the physics motor, which representing the whole model of the DC motor model, and we should design or implement the specific controller based on the PID parameter. But especially we should implement the discrete controller design at this position, okay? And so in the graphic interface we have a plate which is the fixed body in that program, and then we have a motor, which means that the motor has the parameter of the DC model in that direction, and we have a long rod at this position, but it's a massless because if the motor turn into itself and turn itself around, and then we couldn't see the rotation of the motor, and so we add the rod at the end of the motor parameter, and then we get the whole difference in the motor rotation at this point, okay? And so it's a visualization parameter of the motor rotation, okay? And so at the right hand side we have the model parameter, which means that U is an input for our study, and the angle controller and velocity controller are a choose to specify what type of controller is used in this study, okay? And so if I check the angle controller, then we can set the reference angle, and otherwise we should implement the velocity controller design with the specific parameter of the reference velocity value, okay? And so as always the Kp, Ki, Kd value, which means that the proportional, integral and derivative coefficient of the PID form must be given at this section, okay? And so in the first place we should implement the reference angle controller design at this time, okay? And so we have the results at this position, and which means that the actual angle is a 45, and with the reference angle 45, if I change this value 60, and then the actual angle is around the 60 value with a small difference, okay? This is the first design of our controller. Or we can set 100 angle position in here, and then we get the actual angle with a small difference with the 100 value, okay? And we need to implement, or we need to give the torque value into this model is 100. It's around 100 points, okay? And so angle controller is like here, and velocity controller can be set like this one. The velocity reference velocity controller type is related to the degree of turning points, okay? So the type of this unit is a degree. So if I give the program to 360 at this time, and then one rotation at 1 second can be clarified in this position. And so if I updated this value like 70, 120, and then in 1 second this motor turns into 2 rotation, okay? And so Kp, Ki and Kd is appropriate for this rotation because the actual velocity is around the 720 value with a small difference parameter, which we call the error parameter in this notation. Okay, and so we can set the higher value of motor like this one. And so the rod is massless, and then the controller can be hold the position of this value. Okay, and so we can set the angle controller, and then the angle controller is responsed by the system. Okay, and so we can set the 100 actual angle value in terms of the degree position in that direction. Okay, and so in the next lesson we will try to implement or to create or build some mechatronic design in system dynamics modes. Okay, and then we can add the whole feature of the system dynamic position or the motion into the Unity application, because in real life we almost get the whole result of the Unity applications results. Okay, and so thanks to Ali Burak to implement and create these Unity blocks in Finite Academy, and thanks to the Baran to motivate us to create these things. Okay, have a nice day.